Hey friends, it is Wednesday, so what's up y'all? Hopefully you guys are out there and you are able to join me live. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. Wednesdays have become like the highlight of my pandemic because I get to come hang out and stamp with you guys. So if you are out there, give me a like or a love so that I know that you are here with me. I'll give everyone a couple seconds to join in, say hello, because I've got lots of stuff to share with you guys today. So hopefully that did not affect anything. I forgot to silence my phone. Can I still do it? Let me see. Yeah, we'll give that a try. All right. So if you are out there, friends, come on in, give me a like or a love, say hello, let me know that you're here, and we'll do a little bit of housekeeping before we get started with stamping. Oh my goodness, my phone is blowing up. So I just ran in. I had to go to the Walmart and pick up a prescription. Gee, dang, you guys, it's cold outside. So hopefully you guys are staying nice and warm. Wintertime is always a good time to do some stamping. So I have been kind of staying home and staying low key because our dog had surgery last Monday. So I think I did a live with you guys after his surgery. So we are almost we're heading to the 2-week mark. And so I've been home with him because we were trying to avoid making him wear the cone of shame. So I've really been babysitting him. We are attached at the hip to make sure that he is not licking or chewing or causing any problems with his incision, and things are going fantastic. I'm so proud of him. So proud of him being such a good boy and not messing with his incisions. The only thing we're having trouble with is normally he and I walk every single day. And we haven't been able to walk, first of all, because of the surgery. Second, because we've had snow and ice. Third, because I don't want to. I don't want to be outside walking. It's too cold. And he is bouncing off the walls. He is so ready to go for his daily run. So hopefully in another week, we'll be able to get back. Okay, this is the third time this phone has tried, or there's a certain number trying to call me, which makes me, it's nobody I know though, so I'm going to go for it. Sometimes when a phone, whenever a number calls you like 3 times in a row, you're kind of like, is it something important? But I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to keep on going because you guys are here and you're ready to see some Stampin' fun. So let's do our housekeeping first. Of course, you guys know Celebration is ending, y'all. Celebration ends next Sunday, the 28th of February. It is done. I can't hardly believe that. I know this year is shorter. We're used to having it all the way running through March, but instead what we have done is decided to have Celebration twice a year instead of once a year. So we're going to have it again when the holiday catalog comes out. We'll do another celebration, which is very, very cool. But I just want to make sure that now is the time to snatch any of those items that you have not gotten yet that were on your list. So Celebration ends the 28th. I am actually going to be here every day. We're going to do a final countdown, guys. I hope you mark your calendars and you come join me. I'm going to be live a little bit, and I'm going to be recorded a little bit because I am actually going away on a retreat. So I do have some videos and some stamping fun planned for you guys, but every day, the 22nd through the 28th, I will be here at 10 a.m. So come join me and say hello and see what we're going to create using some of my favorite Celebration items. So we're going to count down and just say goodbye to Celebration until we see it again in July and August. So that is February 28th right here on Jody Brechbill Stampin' Queen page, and we will be counting down Celebration as we say goodbye. So that means only a few more days to earn your spot in my Celebration after party. So this is a special VIP event that I host for people who support me during Celebration. So you can earn your spot in a couple of ways. You can have purchases. This is cumulative purchases in product, not classes. So if you've been taking to-go classes, they don't count. I'm afraid it has to be purchases of product. So if your total is $150 or more, or you have hosted an event. So that could be a book party. It could be you gathering some orders with your friends. It could be your own personal order. Of 300, you're going to get an invitation as well. Or if you joined my team, you get to come. So I went through last night and just did a prelim. Lots of you guys earned this event, so I'm super excited, and there's just a couple more days, so you can take advantage by getting your orders in, or if you've been sitting on the fence, you could join my team and earn your event at my after party. Now, my after party is going to be virtual, and it will be held in April. So I have something special planned for you guys who are earning this event, so stay tuned. But we are going to go ahead and be virtual because I will be coming home from vacation. So I figured I'm going to quarantine for a little bit just because we're going to be in Florida for a couple days and I'm going to be flying. So I didn't really want to jump into having people in the studio. Plus, some of you guys aren't local. So we're going to do it virtual, and it's going to be very cool. So I hope that you will love what I have planned this year. So just a final little blurb for my VIP group. If you are not part of it, jump on over to Stamp with Jody B on Facebook and ask to join that page, because we do have some cool things that go on over there. Right now, we're having a discussion on the correct way to put ketchup on your French fries. Riveting, you guys. It's riveting. So is there a correct way? For me, yes. And sometimes it may be different for what you think. But go on over there and check it out and weigh in on the correct way to put ketchup on your French fries. Alrighty, kids. So let's see what else we have. I want to tell you what is coming up. Well, let me share real quick my chickens, right? We've been talking about these guys for the last month. We've got our Hey Chick and we've got our Hey Birthday Chick. These guys are available now. They are available individually or they are available as a bundle. They are going to stick around till the end of June. So we do have them, and I'm going to play with them over the next week and really have some fun. I've been doing a little bit, but I have all kinds of ideas that I want to create with my chickens. But I am offering through February 28th, through the end of the month, I'm offering a special. So when you purchase the bundle, either bundle or both bundles, I'm giving you guys free make and take. So you're going to get these kits to create some chicken cards. That chicken's upside down. And so everything you're going to have is ready to go. You will do your die cutting, you will do your stamping, but I'm going to have it cut and prepped for you to make things easy, and a little tutorial for you guys to make some crazy haired chickens and her friends. So that offer does end February 28th. If you purchase either bundle or both, you get free make and take. So that's pretty cool. So let's talk butterflies, y'all. This is our special coming up starting in March. Okay, so if you're a demonstrator, you are able to pre-order right now. If you're a customer, you'll be able to get these starting in March. So we have our Butterfly Brilliance bundle. Okay, so we've got that stamp set. That's a big stamp set, guys. It's just one big giant stamp, one big giant die, stamp it, die cut it one time through the machine, and you are good to go. Then they've got all these gorgeous little detail butterflies, which are super, super cool. So that bundle is actually going to be in our new annual catalog. So our big, thick catalog is coming up soon, and this is a little bit of a pre-release, which means we're going to let you guys get it early. So it's going to start in March, and then we will carry it over into the next catalog. But we are bringing out this gorgeous paper, and this is limited while supplies last. Okay, so again, if you're a demonstrator, you are able to get it now. If you're a customer, you'll be able to snatch it up in March, but it will leave. So I would grab it. I think it's going to be crazy popular. So that's really cool because, all right, look at this. Look at this, guys. I love this. One pass through the machine and you can cut out all those butterflies. Then you've got some little strips here that you could use that paper for something else. But look at that. Isn't that a great idea? They are made to work with the die. So yay, Stampin' Up! Aren't you guys smarticle? And then we've got gorgeous designs on the back side as well. Isn't that pretty? Love it, love it, love it. All right, so I have a feeling this is going to be super popular, guys. So I would grab it. I would grab it early. So the DSP, not going to carry over into the catalog. That's a limited time. And we also are offering this birchwood, I think that's what it's called, Natural Touch designer paper, 12 by 12, 2 sheets, and it's actually textured. Okay, so it actually looks like it is wood grain. Super cool, and that is a limited time available as well. All right, guys. So you guys know I do classes to go every single month. We are wrapping up the Sand and Sea class to go for February. So March's class to go is going to come out soon. I usually release them about the first of the month. You have until the 10th, 12th of the month to purchase, and then I get you your class to go. So you guys want a sneak peek of what's coming in March? We are using the hydrangea. I have had a grand time playing with that. I'm a purple lover. I love my purple. And so I've really had fun playing with that. And so what we're going to do is our normal cards, we create 4 cards. I say we because my friend Connie and I partner together, and we create these, and then we market them to you guys so that you have things coming to you ready to go, cut, prepped. All you need to do is stamp and assemble. So we normally do 4 cards and you create 2 of each, but this time we have a little extra that we're adding on. So I will start to show you what we're doing probably next week. I will have them. Purple people are the best. I love it, Betty. I love black and white. Okay, so I am a sucker for black and white. My entire wedding was black and white. I love that black and white with the little pops of color, but purple is my thing. Like, it's my jam. I just love it. So anyway, that hydrangea must speak to you too if you're a purple person. So anyway, guys, here's my sneak peek of something that's going in the March class to go kit as well. I hope you love it, because I sure do. So not only will you get to have the cards, okay, so we will have the cards, and I will showcase those next week when we have everything good and ready to go. But this is going to be an add-on. So this is a 9x9 sampler using the hydrangea. So you're going to get the bits and pieces that you need to create it. You'll have to do your stamping and your die cutting, but we'll have things ready to go for you with instructions. And you can make this a 12 by 12. So all you need to do is take this panel that I created that's 9 by 9 and put it onto a 12 by 12 piece. So it would be gorgeous if you just overlaid that on a piece of the hydrangea designer series paper, and then you could have a bigger sampler if you like to do 12 by 12s. I know some of you guys like both, so I always create the 9 by 9 because it's easy to convert it to 12 by 12. So this will be an offering in our class to go for March with the Hydrangea Hill Suite. Praying that everything stays orderable. That's been a little bit tricky along the way. When things are super popular, they sort of go on back order or non-orderable, which is what we have experienced with that grape ribbon and those gorgeous pastel pearls. So hoping that it kind of comes back in and we'll be good to go. So anyway, things will be have things cut and prepped. You'll have to cut your own designer series paper because you're going to get that in with your kit. So I'll have all your instructions and everything, but I just thought I would share that little sneak peek with you on that beautiful spring sampler that we have created. So, oh my goodness, y'all, we forgot to do Prize Patrol. I usually try to start that out. So last week I played with this Playing with Patterns designer series paper. So every time I do What's Up Wednesday, I do a prize patrol. All you guys have to do is like, love, comment, and share my video with your friends, and everybody gets entered to win whatever I'm giving away. So yeah, Sandy, me too. Sandy said she loves making the frames. I do too. Sometimes it's nice to do something different besides cards. I'm a card maker by nature. I love making them. I love sending them. But it is nice to do something different, and the frames are gorgeous. You can display them in your house, and you can also gift them. Always makes really, really nice gifts. So super, super cool. So I'm glad to see that you were on today, Sandy, because guess what, girlfriend? You the winner. So Sandy, this pack of paper is yours. If you're cool with it, I will just include it with your to-go kit that I'm getting ready. So you'll have a little extra something whenever your package arrives. So today's prize patrol, guys, is I'm going to give away what I'm making. Okay, so I am going to work with Punch Party. So Punch Party is an exclusive host-only stamp set available only during Celebration. And when you have a qualifying order, you are going to earn the Punch Party set for free. And I'm pretty sure I lost my mind for a minute. Is it 300 or 350? Oh my gosh, I've been doing this for 2 months and you think I would know these things. It is 300. When you hit 300, you are going to get the Punch Party stamp set for free. Thank you, Betty. I had a little bit of a brain fart there for a minute. So anyway, that is how you get this. That's the only way to get this stamp set. And it's very cool because it works with all of these punches. So let's get playing. The other thing that I'm going to work with today is this paper. I love this paper, you guys, the Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper. This is a Celebration offering free for when you have a $50 purchase. So it's getting ready to leave us. We're going to say goodbye February 28th. And I know a lot of you guys, when I've been putting in your orders, I've been seeing what you're choosing, and you guys are choosing this paper too. It does come in a 6x6, which is really nice to work with, but I love the ombre. So I'm kind of sad to see it go, but I also know that I can create my own version of it with my blending brushes. So that's good. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do today. Let's get started, guys. Lots of you are on. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so thrilled that you guys are here and stamping with me today. We're supposed to get some weather coming in, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. It might be Snow Patrol, right? Oh, man. I know I wrote these down on a Post-it because I know you guys like that. Ha. I know you like notes on Post-its. There you go. Hopefully you can read my writing. So all cards that I'm going to create today are using these dimensions. So the great thing is I kind of created a series and just changed out my colors. So I use the same dimensions, but just changed my colors. So I'm going to start off with our Rococo Rose. And this is getting ready to leave, you guys. So I know it is hard to talk about, but we're getting ready to retire our annual catalog. Our big catalog is getting ready to leave, which means we are going to have a last chance list come out very soon of the things that are leaving. And we are going to get rid of our 5 in colors. So Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, and Terracotta Tile are leaving us. And we're going to get 5 new in colors. I'm always excited to see what the in colors are. I love that. But still, it's sad. I'm going to tell you, Rococo's not my favorite. It's pretty, but it is not my go-to color. I will so miss Pretty Peacock and Seaside Spray. Those have been ones that I really, really am drawn to. All right, so I have got a piece of white. You guys going to miss any of those colors? I know you guys love them just as much as I do. So I've got my piece of white that is cut 3 by 4.5. And I also have a piece of that designer paper, which is cut 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So we're just going to glue them together. I love my new snail. Love it, love it. Hello, everybody. I see you guys all popping in. I love that. Thanks so much for coming. I know we hate to lose those colors. I am excited to see what the new colors are, but there are just some that I'm like, eek. I hope sometimes we do color refreshes, right? When they come back and we put them into our general offering. So I kind of hope sometimes that some of them will come back and revisit us a little bit. All right, so now I've got a piece of the ombre paper cut 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that's going to just go right across the middle here. If any sticks off, I can cut it off. I think, yeah, it looks good. Now I'm going to grab some pop dots and I'm going to attach this panel to the front. We might have to do like a little guessing game and see what we think might be new in colors. What would you guys like to see? Like, and I mean, we don't know specifically, but would you like a blue or would you like to see purple? I lost my bone folder. Here it is. Oh, Lordy, some days. All right. I would say that I'm good on yellows, right? I'm good at, they don't need to add another yellow. I think I'm okay with the amount of yellows that we have because we'll still keep Bumblebee. I love Misty Moonlight. So I feel like we're good. I got a scratchy throat. I feel like we're good on the blues. There was a color a long time ago that I loved called Concord Crush. I would love to see that one come back. It was like darker than Gorgeous Grape, but not a reddish purple, if that makes sense. Not like an eggplanty kind of purple. So kind of in between Blackberry, Bliss, and Gorgeous Grape. A purple right in between there I would like. All right, so I just did, we're going to have a do-over. I'm just going to cut a scallop heart with my punch, and then I should have some white scrap somewhere, and I'm not seeing it, so I may need to grab that. Oh, a teal, Donna. Yeah, a teal would be pretty, like a little bit darker than, so we need a teal in between Pretty Peacock and Bermuda Bay. A color in between those two would be cool. Alrighty, so now I've just got some white scrap. And this is the You Make My Heart Happy stamp. So I'm just going to stamp that in Rococo Rose. And then I'm going to punch that out with our heart punch. So I've got the scallop, and then I've got my plain heart right there. Oh, so you guys, a new orange. That would be pretty. Yeah, we kind of need an orangey, whoops. There we are. An orangey color. I know which a color that I do miss a lot, and I misspeak quite often, and say is Mellow Moss. Do you guys remember Mellow Moss? A lot of you guys are the old timey stampers like I am. I really, really loved Mellow Moss, so I would like something like that to come back. I wouldn't be upset. All right, so I've already screwed up because I'm talking about all colors and reminiscing, and I forgot to add my ribbon. But that's okay. I know how to fix it. So what I'm going to do, all right, so you're going to always do as I say, not as I do, right, guys? When we're stamping together, do what I tell you. Don't do what I'm actually doing. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right under there and just tack this little piece of ribbon around. So hopefully I will remember. I did this when I made my first card too, and I'm like, oh, you dumb girl. But we know how to fix every little problem, right? Sometimes it comes down to, is it fixable, or will it ruin your entire card? Sometimes you need to abandon, right, and just move on and do over. And then sometimes you're like, meh, I can make it work. Couple little pop dots on there. So hopefully I will remember to not do that on the next card. So we're just going to attach that right there. This is the white crinkle ribbon. White crinkle. What is your name? Oh, Whisper White. I think it's like crinkled seam binding. And I love it, but it's very, very staticky in the winter time. and it just sticks, like it just sticks to my hand. So sometimes I have a hard time tying my bows with it. The cool thing about this ribbon is it is dyeable, so you can color it to make it different colors that you would like. So you can color it with blends, you can dip it in your ink pads, you can use re-inker and some water and actually put it in there and literally dye it. So that's kind of a cool thing that you can do with this ribbon. And I just tied myself a little bow. There we go. So we've got our little bow there. I might futz with it a little bit later, but then we need some bling. But it's like it is staticking to my fingers. So I'm going to just trim off that little extra. And do we have some bling here today? Of course we do. Let me find my picker. Love using my picker. All right, so we'll just let's put one there. These are just our little basic rhinestones. There we go. So super simple, easy peasy, mac and cheesy, right? Just a very cute, quick little card. All right, so we're gonna stay with that layout, and we're gonna keep using. I'm so sorry about my voice. It's very dry today. My house is dry. My hands are dry. Hello, winter. All right, so now I've got the Granny Apple Green. Same deal we got going on here. So we'll just use a little bit of Granny. Have fun with her. All right, so don't let me forget to put that ribbon on. And same deal here. I've got that 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of designer paper. So that'll just go around our middle. Then I've got the Whisper White 3 by 4 1/2 and our DSP 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. Hey, Miss Vic, are you in school right now or are you on recess? Thank you for coming and joining us. All right, let's put a little strip of ribbon on. There we go. Do that before I mess it up again. How low am I working here? I tend to kind of go off camera. I keep sliding down. So whenever we have, I talked about Celebration is ending February 28th, so it's ending a month earlier than it normally would. And then we will have another celebration come when our mini catalog comes out. Oh, thank you, Betty. Yeah, Betty said this is a great layout. It's very, very simple. I am a simple stamper because I like to create multiples. Now, I do love gorgeous, time-consuming wow cards. But when I'm generally stamping, I like to take something that is very simple and make a bunch of them. Okay, because I want to be able to get them out. I want to send cards to friends. So yeah, thank you. All right, so now what we're going to do is grab some Granny Apple. So I was getting ready to say that Celebration coming in July and August will coordinate with the Holiday Mini, which is fantastic because we're going to order from that Holiday Mini like crazy, aren't we? We love everything that comes, and we're getting ready for Christmas and fall and Halloween. I love our Halloween offerings. We always have some great ones. And so we know we're going to be ordering. So now, why not get something for free when you order? But it will be a little bit different, okay? So this time we sourced from North America. That's why our Celebration offerings were a little bit more limited, where we just had papers and stamp sets, right? We didn't have dies, we didn't have embossing folders, we didn't have embellishments because we were sourcing from our own country, which I loved, you guys. I hope you did too. I hope it made things easier. I love that we source from our own country. I love that we didn't have to worry about Chinese New Year and trying to get items overseas, but some things are not made here in our country, and we just have to deal with it, right? We just have to deal with the fact that we do have to still source overseas. So when Celebration comes for the second go round in July and August, we will have items such as maybe dies, maybe embossing folders, maybe ribbons, maybe embellishments, those kind of things that necessarily will not be from our country, which means those items are while supplies last. So once they're gone because Celebration's only 2 months long. So we can't get something in a non-orderable status that's going to take months to try to get here. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm excited. I like the fact that we still, I love my embossing folders and dies and such like that. But I did like how we did it this year. So it will be different offerings when we have our next Celebration come. Alrighty, so now I am gonna stamp this little oval from Punch Party in Granny Apple, and I also grabbed the Happy Birthday. So I'm gonna stamp Happy Birthday in the center. And then I'm going to sneak in here our new punch, which is the double oval punch. This is in the JJ Mini catalog. So let's punch this out. Maybe. I did it upside down. But can I make it work anyway? All right, I'm not going to fuss. So what I'm going to do, make myself a little handle. So I just took a scrap piece, put some adhesive on there, and now I've got something to hold. So I can hold that and slide it in there. I might have fussed around with it if I wasn't on camera, because I think I could have gotten it. All right, so now that's something else. We can use that another day. And we're going to take some Granny cardstock and punch out our scallop. I'm not sure. I did not look today, but that punch may be on back order too. We did have some things from the JJ Mini that did go on back order, and that punch may be one of them, but I don't remember for sure. Hello, I see some more of you guys are popping on. I love it. Thanks for coming and hanging out. So we'll just do 2 dimensionals on here. Oops. Oh my goodness, it's sticking to my finger. So we'll just go right here with that. I'm going to get a bitty. I want a bitty, an itty bitty, and I'm going to put it right there because it's a little bit wobbly. There we go. So I would then, I'm gonna move a little bit more because you guys are going to, you'll figure it out how I made these because it's the same. We'll just add ourselves a little bit of a ribbon there. And remember, I'm giving this away. So you guys are going to get all these cards that I'm creating. So that's going to be my little prize patrol for today. So I'm going to add that ribbon a little bit later. And let's put some bling bling on. Everything's better with bling. And I love my picker tool. You guys use your picker tool? Do you love the take your pick tool? Oh my goodness, I've been using it like crazy. I ran out. I had to get a new refill for that little putty. So anyway, here's what it'll look like when you've got your little bow on there. Okay, so I've got a couple more things. I hope you guys are enjoying hanging out and stamping because I love it. I got a couple more to show you because we're using that same layout with all the ombre paper. So now I've got my Blackberry Bliss. And so I'm going to show you these last 2 cards, and then I have a really cool treat holder I want to share too. So I've got that same piece of designer series paper here, 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. My goodness, I'm just looking at how filthy my blocks are. Look at this block. Can you see how dirty it is? Oh, we're going to have a bath. It might be bath day in the studio this week. Time to clean those blocks. Some of these colors just really make a mess. A lot of the reds and the purples. All right, so now I've got my white 3 by 4.5 and my DSP 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So we'll attach those together. Yeah, it's super cool, Mary Ellen. It is. I just like to do very, very quick ones, and I don't know how many of these you could get out of the pack of DSP. You could get a lot of them, which is very nice. So sometimes I create that little stockpile so that I'm ready to go when it's time to mail cards out, and when you need a card, you've got a little stash, right? And I like to utilize all of my paper. I don't like to have a lot of waste. So we'll just attach this one to the front. And I've got a little scrap here. Grab my Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to use this little frame that's in the punch party. So we've got our little frame here. And then our sentiment. Sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So that would, oh, look at that. That would be a good birthday one. All right, so when in doubt, grab a baby wipe or use your pants. I want to make sure that it's not going to get on my cardstock. That would make me angry. So now I've got Postage label punch. We're going to punch this out. It's not always as easy when I'm looking through the camera to get things lined up. You guys, I did it again. I forgot the ribbon. It's all right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We know how to fix it. So I'm just going to sneak a little piece of adhesive underneath there. Tack that ribbon down. You could put a snot dot in there if you needed to. Luckily, this is on dimensionals, so I'm able to scooch that little adhesive underneath of there. That's okay. There we go. No one will ever know. Don't tell a soul I'm messing up on my cards. You guys are keeping that a secret. Alrighty, so now, dimensionals, here we are. Couple little pop dots on the back of that postage punch. Then we'll add some bling. And we'll be ready to roll on to the next card. Right? So cute. So now I just did a little strip of ribbon. I'll tie a bow later. You guys don't have to watch me tie bows. It's probably like painful. Add some bling. So we'll put a bling here, and we'll do, how about a bling there? Okay, so we've got a couple little rhinestones on that card. So of course, that's what it'll look like once we get the bow tied. And on to our final project. Final card. This is not our final project because I have a really, really fun one to show you. So hopefully you all are still awake. Everybody out there still awake? All right, so I've got Bermuda Bay this time around. Same dimensions. Love that. There's our 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. There's just a little bit sticking out of the edge, so I'm just going to trim that down. and attach these two together. Hopefully, if you guys were here in person, hopefully you guys would be screaming at me to not forget your ribbon. I won't this time. I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't forget your ribbon. I heard y'all thinking it. I heard ya. There we go. Attach that little ribbon. I think you guys you're commenting and it's moving fast, but I think somebody did say they color this with the blends. See, I heard you. I heard you, Betty. Don't forget your ribbon. There's a delay. There's a little bit of a delay from when I see what you guys are posting to when I've said it, but I remembered. Yay. Anyway, but somebody, I think, commented that they color that ribbon with the Stampin' blends, and it is beautiful when you do that. It's so, so pretty. So you could have your own Bermuda Bay ribbon. Attach that with our dimensionals there. Now I'm going to grab my scallop, little scallop heart there. And did I bring Bermuda Bay? I did. I've got my white and I need my baby. Oh, baby. There we go. Now, I did do this one a little bit different. I'll show you my sample that I created. I'm going to have to make myself some space here so that we can play with our next project. So I'm going to punch this one out with the heart. There we go. And let's do some double dimensionals. There we go. More dimensionals, because why not? We've got them. Let's pop it. This card is popping, girls. All right, here we go. And then we'll have, whoops. Come on, you need to cut. There we are. I'm going to do a bow a little bit later. And our final bling-o-ding-ding. And there we go. So here's the one I created. I did a little bit opposite. So I made the white heart and then I heat embossed that. But today, for time's sake, I thought I would go ahead and stamp it instead. So there is that final card. So here are the 4 cards we created with the ombre and the punch party. Aren't they gorgeous? So these are going to be giveaways. So make sure you like, love, comment, and share. And you'll be entered to win the set of 4 cards. So... oh, Sharon, you color your ribbon with the blends. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And you can have any color that you choose, which is awesome. All right, guys, so you're going to get those 4 cards. So thank you so much. I'm not done yet, though. If you have a little bit more time, stay. I got a cool thing to show you. All right, so let me find it. I need to make a little bit of room here because I have hogged up my table. Okie dokes. So we are going to create this cute little treat holder. Now, I wish I could take credit. I'm not crafty. I'm not creative. My brain does not work that way to create cool things like this. So I'm not sure of the demonstrator's name, but she's Buckeye Inklings. So you can find her online. She has fantastic stuff. But I don't know her. I don't know her real name. I do need my paper trimmer though. And I need my scoring tool. So let me show you. This is a little sliding treat holder, okay? So you slide it down and then it opens and you've got your treats inside for your friend. Isn't that neat? So I want to show you how to create that. Whoops. Try again. Now we're good. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so what I do anytime I start off creating something I've never created before, I don't want to waste my good stuff. So I have like crappy cardstock. I know you guys do too. You've got just like junk cardstock laying around. So I always start off with that and create myself a template so that I don't waste my good cardstock. So you're going to start off with a piece that is 7.5 by 10 3/4. Okay. And then we are going to score. So we're going to score at 1 3/4, 2 1/8, 5 3/8, and 5 3/4. I will take a still photo of this if it will help you guys and post it later. So that's with your 7.5 inch side at the top. Then you're going to turn it so that your long side is at the top, and you're going to score at 4, 4 3/8, 8 3/8, and 8 3/4. Okay, so I'm showing you this now because I'm going to do it on black and you won't be able to see any of it. So then what I do is you're going to cut out these big, where I have these dashed, you're going to cut them. Okay, so it actually kind of ends up looking like a little bit of a cross. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start with that. So this is my 7.5 inch side at the top. So I'm going to score 1 3/4, 2 1/8, 5 3/8, and 5 3/4. Then I'm going to turn so that my long side, that's my 10 3/4, that's at the top, and I'm going to score it at 4, 4 3/8, 8 3/8, and 8 3/4. So I chose to use my score. Oh, a still shot would be good. Okay, I will do that. I will do that, Sharon. So it'll make sense to you guys if you've watched the video to see how it goes together. But I'll take a still shot for you guys. So like I was saying, you can use the Simply Score tool. That's my go-to. But if you've got the trimmer, you can totally use your score tool on your trimmer as well. So now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to use my trimmer to cut those corner squares out. So I'm going to just cut and cut right here, and then I'll come in this way to cut those out. So then my lines are nice and straight. If you don't have it or you're not comfortable with it, just use your scissors and you just snip those out, okay? So, but I thought this is just as easy for me to use my paper trimmer. You just want to make sure that you're stopping and starting at the right place, because you don't want to do a straight cut the whole way down. I bumped you, so sorry. And then I'm just going to turn and do the same thing. So I'm not sure if you can see real well. You will be able to see on this one. So where I'm cutting, this is my first score line right here. I'm going to cut on the next score line. And the same on this one. So I'm cutting out those big rectangles. Well, one's a rectangle. One side's a rectangle, one side's a square. So I'm just going to come in here. So here's my first score. I'm going into the second one. The trick is just making sure that you stop. And not cut your whole piece. And my nose is gonna run. So sorry. All right, that one did not go the whole way down, so I'm just gonna grab it with my scissors. Take that one out. Okay, hopefully that made sense to you guys, right? So see how it becomes a little cross? So now I'm going to go ahead and just burnish those score lines so that it starts to form itself into the box. It just kind of starts to want to go together a little bit better for you. Okay, so now these fold in, this folds up, and this folds down. So what I'm going to do is grab my classic label punch, and I'm going to, the big bottom flap down here, I'm going to slide it in as far as it will go. And I'm kind of eyeballing it between here and here should be about the same. Don't worry about measuring. I know some of us are like very, very particular, and I am very, very particular. Sometimes I am measuring to make sure I'm right. This time it's an eyeball thing. It's not really a huge deal if you're a little bit off, right? So, but the trick is the whole way in against the edge of that punch and punch that out. Then I'm going to come up here to my top flap, and I'm going to slide in, but I really only need to take about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch off of that slide. And so I'm kind of going in and just making sure that I'm eyeballing it a little bit and just punching out that, just a little bit of a nubbin. So somewhere, yes, I have designer series paper. Kids, I did write it down. I know I did. All right. Yeah, I wrote it down. Here's my mess where I wrote that down. Okay, so this piece of designer series paper is 3 inches by 3 3/4, and this is from the Flower and Fields designer series paper from Salebration. So we're going to put that on the front flap, and I'm going to be careful to not get it around my hole because I need that for my heart to run. That's the track that it's making. So once I put that on, then I can come back through, line up the punch, and do it again. It's a little bit easier than trying to punch through 2 layers of paper and cardstock. So now I have a piece of GSP for the top flap. That's this one here, and it is 3 by 1 3/4. So go ahead and we'll do the same thing. And then I just need to notch out that little bit there. I have a Whisper White piece, and that is going to measure 3 by 3 3/4, and I grabbed a Flirty Flamingo ink pad and this little bitty heart. That's from the Punch Party, and I'm just going to do a little heart down there in the corner. Sorry, my nose starts to run. And while I'm stamping, this is going to be our inside, so let's go ahead. We can actually put that on the inside. What do you want, dog? You're probably coming over to tell me you have to pee. I've been online too long, huh? So I'm going to grab the same sentiment we used before, the You Make My Heart Happy, and this time I've got some cherry cobbler. So we're going to stamp this with the cherry cobbler ink. And where'd my heart go? Did I not make one? I thought I made one ahead of time. I don't see it in my pile of stuff though. Huh. All right, I might have to leave you for a second and go find some flirty flamingo. There we go. So punch that out. Yep, I don't see one. All right, I'll BRB. Move. Ah, found it. Nope, that's not it. That's Rococo Rose. Oh, he's doing good. Thanks, Sharon. He's doing real well. So we got our scallopy heart there. And I also need a 1 1/2 inch circle. So I'll punch that while I've got it. And you know what? I snipped off the end. Gee dang. Do over. I'm having a heck of a Stampin' day today, kids. Alrighty. You heard him? That was his annoyed cry. He's a talker. He's being very quiet today, actually, though. He was sleeping in a sunspot in my office. But yep, his surgery went well. He's healing just fine. Sutures come out on Monday. I'm done sleeping on the couch with him. I moved back to my bedroom for a good night's sleep. So, yay for Brecken. He's doing well. Okay, so there we have it. So now we're kind of just ready for assembly. And what I'm going to do is I took a piece. This is our foam adhesive sheet. It needs to be about 3/8 of an inch wide. So I trimmed that down and I just need a little piece of it. Could you use a dimensional? A dimensional is just, it's not going to quite work because see, it's not quite going to slide. It needs to be not too wide and not too short. So I tried originally to use the strips that we use for the shaker cards, the long skinny strips, but they were too narrow and this moved around. So you want it to just be a smidge. Let me show you why. A smidge, you're going to put that circle in there. Just a smidge shorter than, he's still whining. Actually, he's yawning. He's a very vocal yawner. You want it to be a little bit narrower than the classic label, if I'm making any sense to you guys at all. So it's going to slide through here. Okay, see how that's going to work like that? So I want it actually to come up like this. No, I took that off a little bit too soon. I'm going to stick it back on because it's misbehaving. And I have an idea. Let's do this because that's what gives it its thickness. Put our Ghirardellis in there. Now I can lay that in there. Close that one on top of it. Okay, so see how it's going to slide up and down a little bit. Peel that off. And stick my heart on there. Ta-da! And then I'll slide down and you can open it, give your treat, and then slide it back up. Why aren't you, what are you stuck on? There we go. All right, so now the final thing is I just took a little bit of that white baker's twine from the snails, borrowed from them, tied myself a little bow. And grab a little snot dot here and stick that booger right on there. Kind of have to roll it a little bit. And there we go. Such a cute little treat holder. Right? So slide it down. There we go. I do have to make it work a little bit to slide because it wants to jump. There we go. My hearts are jumping over top. So there is our fun little treat. All right, guys, my battery's just about dead, so perfect timing. Perfect time to say goodbye. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. It's been great to visit with you. So come back. My dog has to pee, so yes, it is to say goodbye. So I hope you guys have a great week. Have an enjoyable weekend. Come visit me for Movie Monday. Every Monday on my YouTube channel, I release a Movie Monday. So you can check that out. Head over to subscribe to me on YouTube and then join me right here for What's Up Wednesday. Don't forget, guys, come back the 22nd to the 28th too. Every day, 10 o'clock, I'm going to come and we are going to say goodbye to some of our favorite celebration items. And next week when you come back, I'm going to announce the winner who gets all of these projects. So there we go. And don't forget, head over to Stamp with Jody B and ask to join that page, because if we do get snow patrol tomorrow. So snow patrol is very similar to prize patrol. It just means that I'm snowed in. So it's always fun to hop over there and have a chance to win a little something something. So all right, guys. Yes, I will see many of you on Saturday if you're taking my virtual event. I will see you Saturday at 10 o'clock. All right, my friends, have a good one.